Good morning, my dear listeners. This is AV Speaks. Signing in for another episode of AV's Musings. Softly spoken, deeply felt. A creative haven where tiny snippets of my expression take audible form, pleasing your ears, touching your heart, and resonating with your soul. Wondering why I was MIA for the past 3 days? Well, I was simply taking a little extra time to craft these audio snippets with more love and care so they reach you in their most refined, heartfelt form. From now on, I'll be joining you every Friday at 9 to give your weekends a rocking, positive start. Over to Episode 6, Hakuna Matata. Gwen's Bistro was a happy little place, always filled with guests from morning to night. The eatery was run by Gwen Richard, a kind and cheerful soul with an obsession for cooking and feeding people. The satisfied smiles on her customers' faces as they relished her food were enough to keep her going. Gwen lived alone. The bistro was her tiny little world, and the people who visited her regularly, the known and familiar faces, were whom she would call her family. She had a kind heart and a helping hand, and she was content and thankful for whatever she had. Hakuna Matata, she would say with a chirpy voice and a radiant smile at her customers. Hakuna Matata in Swahili means no worries or no troubles. Over the period of time, it became her signature phrase, a little slice of sunshine she shared with everyone who crossed her path. Life was going well until one day when the bistro had to be shut down because of a pandemic outbreak in the town. A complete lockdown brought life to a standstill, affecting normal lives considerably. At first, Gwen tried to keep herself occupied by rearranging her home, experimenting with recipes, and reading, but the silence grew louder with each passing day. The absence of her customers, their laughter, their stories, and their familiar warmth left her feeling lonelier than ever before. She missed her friends, her tribe, and the lively buzz of her bistro. Day by day, she struggled to fight off the weight of isolation and waited desperately for life to get back to normal. The emptiness gnawed at her, and the more she stayed alone, the more she realized how much the connections she had built meant to her. She often thought about the people in quarantine, battling the sickness and isolation, and prayed fervently for their recovery. She felt an urge to help but didn't know how. Until one day, she came across an advertisement in the local magazine about a group of volunteers who supplied food and medicines to quarantined families. It was as though a light had been switched on in her mind. With a newfound sense of purpose, she called the volunteers and offered to contribute by cooking and packing meals for those in need. The volunteers happily accepted her offer, and Gwen was overjoyed. She could finally be of help to someone and rediscover her sense of belonging. Without wasting time, she began taking orders from the volunteers. Her kitchen once again filled with the familiar clatter of utensils and the comforting aroma of freshly cooked food. She poured her heart into every dish, making sure they were not only healthy and nutritious, but also delicious. Each meal was prepared with utmost care and love, neatly packed and labeled with the recipient's name and address. But Gwen didn't stop there. She wanted to offer more than just food. She believed that words could heal just as much as a good meal. She began recording personalized get well soon messages to accompany each food package. Hakuna Matata. Dear Mr. Simpson, the sickness that you have is not even half as strong as you are. I believe you will make a full recovery in no time. Take care and get well soon. Hakuna Matata. Dear Mrs. Gregory, your energy probably dries out because of your intense zeal and glee. You're just recharging. Be fully charged soon. Get well soon. Her voice, brimming with warmth and positivity, carried a spark of hope to homes weighed down by fear and uncertainty. Every message was heartfelt and tailored to make the recipient feel cared for and valued. The responses were overwhelming. Her food brought comfort and her words brought smiles. Families who had felt forgotten now felt remembered. They were touched by the kindness of an unknown stranger whose cheerful voice somehow made them feel like she was a close friend. Soon, word spread about Gwen's meals and her uplifting messages. Her simple phrase, Hakuna Matata, became a familiar expression in every household, a little reminder that things would eventually get better. For Gwen, this initiative rekindled her spirit. She no longer felt lonely. She had found her lost family, her tribe, in the very community she had served for years. As the months passed, the pandemic wave subsided and life slowly began to return to normal. One by one, people started visiting Gwen at her bistro, bringing flowers, gifts, and heartfelt thanks. They shared their stories, laughed, and celebrated the woman who had turned their darkest days into moments of hope and connection. The bistro was once again filled with life, and so was Gwen's heart. And Gwen Richard never felt lonely ever again. So, my dear listeners, did you like the story? This story reminded me of a quote by Sir Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. How thought-provoking is this simple yet profound play on words? Let's choose life next time. Let's do a little bit to create a difference in the world we'll one day leave behind for the younger generation. I love to hear your stories too. How you navigated those dark times, what gave you hope, or how you touched someone's life in your own special way. Drop a comment or mail me at avcreates@gmail.com and I shall share your story with our listeners the next time. Until then, Hakuna Matata. Spread the word, spread an extra scoop of love today. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you and your loved ones. Take care.